So how can you generate B-roll like this, and this, and get it to match your main character of the video script using Weavy workflow? It's almost with one click. Even better, what I'm going to show in a moment is I just inject the video script and get the full B-roll, which makes the editing super smooth.
All right, so here's what's happening. After sharing my Substack, I think was it yesterday? I got a question about this kind of video and kind of B-roll generated here. So I'll do a quick run, just very high level, to show you what's possible with this fascinating tool, Weavy. Does look complex because I tested all kinds of variations, and this is just on like the second iteration. There's still room to improve it. Before I get into that, basically, this whole thing relates to, where was it? This video edit. So we'll just watch the first like 30 seconds of it, and then I kind of explain the premise. The premise is basically like generating, auto-generating B-roll at a snap that fits into the theme. Okay, so let's just watch 30 seconds, and we'll kind of go over
My
it.
buddy just posted his trading win, again. 500 bucks in one morning. Meanwhile, I'm over here with my failed Etsy shop and $47 in my side hustle savings account. Every time someone posted a win, I'd think, what am I doing wrong? This is what I found. Every morning, first 20 minutes of the market, there's a predictable pattern. I wait for the setup, place the trade with built-in stop losses, and most days, it works. Yesterday was $240 in just 15 minutes.
All right, enough of that. Okay, so there's three categories here. So one is like for the full video edit, let me kind of just backtrack to give you this high level. So my usual editing flow, just kind of going from video script, from idea to script to production. So obviously the first one is just like, hey, you pick an offer, get familiar with it, get into the idea stage. Like maybe you can, am I clear on what's different about the product, the value props? Then I kind of started getting into video scripts, different angles, different buyer personas, archetypes. Now, the previous challenge was here, which is I would often combine video editing with B-roll, which is still the case if I get, you know, let's say a content creator footage or content creator just kind of talking to camera, and then I need to go into Envato elements or similar to find the footage. But this was such, what do you call it? What was the word for it? Just kind of, yeah, it took a lot of time basically because I'm especially picky about these kind of B-rolls. You need to see where it fits, what second to use, and stuff like that. Anyways, so the new thinking around this is going from research to idea to video script. Then I kind of broke this apart. So we have one shot with Weavy, which I'm going to show you in a bit. Kind of generate all the B-roll images, curate the images I like, take them into kind of produce the videos, and then from there into the editing, which makes it a lot more smoother. Okay, I might go through some of these things. Like I mentioned, Weavy is on the second iteration. All right, so let's jump back into the video. As you might have noticed, there's like three types of shots, because that's how I think about it with video editing, especially if I'm gonna generate some kind of image that will drive footage. There's like character talking to camera. That's one category, because I need to use it in HeyGen. So he, like this guy is talking to camera. Then we have the same shot, like this. I can't use him talking to camera. This kid, it's not going to come out great. Here, that's a different pose talking to camera. Uh, Here, different pose talking to camera, different pose talking to camera. So that's like one category of shots. The next category is what I call character in action, which here I kind of use some shortcuts like cling and stuff. But so this was like character in action. He's just kind of thinking through this decision. He's just kind of walking through. So there are a couple of things which is character in action. Okay. And then the most important bit is to me, which is the hard part, is this kind of B-roll footage. However, here's the biggest trick here. Like the challenge is, could I take a video script like this and work through enough intelligent nodes whereby I could, one sec, let's close up here. I'll show you. So could I work through enough intelligent nodes? This is like the AI prompt which drives the LLM, and this is basically the full script here. So this is the full script. If I was kind of close in on this, so see, my buddy just posted his trading win again, which was, I think, was this script? Nope. Where was it? Where was it? Ah, it's actually this one. So I kind of just took the full script, I kind of cut this short, and I put it here. We have these I kind of developed through GPT. I'll probably do another video to walk through kind of this, like what this does and stuff. It's it might take me too much time if I do it today. Anyways, So the premise is kind of take this, put it through this kind of intelligent workflow, one click, and then it'll give me some variations here. You see there's a lot of variations here. So for example, smartphone displaying social media posts, a nearly empty digital savings account. So it kind of goes on and on. But I limited it here to 10. Sometimes the script will need more. And I limited it even further in terms of what kind of, oops, one sec. Limited it further in terms of how many shows did I do here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I limited it to 8. And you see, I'm testing. The top one is not a banana. Like at the time I was doing this, the pro version didn't come out yet. And this is Rev. Yeah, this is pretty neat. Uh, Okay, so you have these two variations. Sometimes you get, like in the past, I would try Seed Dream. Sometimes I try it, sometimes don't. I don't. But then the challenge is it uses up credits. So let me show you kind of like the more variations I do, and I kind of ran through all my credits in probably a day. Okay, so something like this would kind of set me back 64 credits. I usually get 1,500 credits for 24 bucks, but I run through these things pretty fast. Okay. By the way, I didn't mention it. I'm not affiliated with this offer, but let me find it. All right, so I found it. But yeah, I found this fascinating because he has a clear-cut positioning in terms of the value proposition he's kind of presenting 20 minutes a day versus everything out there. So that I like offers like that, which is you can explain the difference in like 15 seconds. And then you could hash it out in terms of how it works, whatever. But it kind of helps you cut through the noise in terms of marketing, like video script or pre-lander landing page. Anyways, so the thing that fascinated me about this is a while back I was looking at his account. I think he had nearly 70 videos, but he's testing a lot, and he tests a lot of wild card video ads. Anyways, I thought I'll take it as a practice run and see what happens. So let's get back to this. So this is one flow. One thing that's fascinating with Weavy, actually, there's a couple of things. So for example, this one here, I'm using Anthropic, so I could probably like change. I was trying to kind of run this. I would run 5, GPT-5, and then I would set the temperature. So lower temperature is more predictive, higher temperature is more creative. But then here we're talking about more creative. Anyways, so check this out. This is the full set. I would kind of just basically do that. One click, generate the full output, and just kind of let you know, like here, this is the video script. This is the smart AI node. And this is where I'm selecting Claude. I also tested, what was this? I think GPT-5. So I'm testing GPT-5 at that temperature. And it's not always apparent like which one is better, like between the two. So for example, here, this one is useless, useless. This was neat. The rest, not so good. What did I test here? I test. I might have modified. This was probably the next set. So I got some really neat, like this one. This one I ended up using it in. I ended up using it in the edit. Okay. So not everything's gonna work, but this was like my first attempt at the prompt. Then I went back and kind of modified the prompt. I kind of ran it again. So I'm kind of just going back to GPT, fine-tuning the driving prompt, just kind of see what if I run it again. I'll show you some more bits and pieces. Then I modified it again. Let's see what was my notes here. Did I reach version 2? So yeah, so the other things I keep these kind of notes, which are pretty handy to know, okay, what inputs do I need to provide here? I need to provide the script and the image theme. Like in other kind of workflows, there are 3 I mentioned. In other workflows, I might need to provide the driving character as well. Okay, so let's get to it. Did I up the temperature here? No, still at 0.4, but it's a new script. I want to show you one where it's like at the higher temperature. See, like it's a different prompt. I got quite like I basically asked it to give me a more like different looks versus similar shots. Like you saw in some of it here, they look kind of similar. Now here it's more different. So this is the Claude output. This is the GPT-5 output. So started going at it like radically different. I wouldn't use every single one of these, but yeah, you'll have to kind of curate the best pieces. What else? This looks like a fail, maybe. Let's see.
All right, I have to pause here. Next part is where it gets fun. Claude versus GPT-5, temperature tweaks, and how I pull usable B-roll out of the chaos. Part 2 drops tomorrow. Actually, might already be on my profile. Enjoy.